Hello everyone. This is one controversial sum which is given in JEE Advanced Paper 1. Okay, from continuity differentiability. Moreover, this is from differential calculus. So everyone, actually it is not the controversial sum, but to solve this sum we need profound knowledge on the differential calculus and mainly differentiability. So everybody, before starting this solving this sum, we'll just see what is the differentiability, what is the right hand differentiability, what is the left hand differentiability. That is, this knowledge is very much needed here. And what is about the interval. Everybody remember one thing, first of all, the point about which we'll check the differentiability, this point should lie on one interval, and that interval is well defined. And remember one thing everybody, that the function is continuous. Otherwise, if the function is not continuous, माने if the function is discontinuous, तो इसका कोई value ही नहीं रहेगा. So there is no chance of differentiability. First of all, the function को continuous होना चाहिए, ठीक है? And what is about the right hand differentiability and what is about the left hand differentiability? So let's discuss one, so that we can understand why this controversy, how this controversy, and what is actually going on. What is the actual thing? So suppose this is a chord PR. This is a chord PQ, and P is the point, suppose some C comma f of C. The function is y equal to fx. Okay, so everybody, right hand differentiability, remember one thing, this is very important to understand. Right hand differentiability का मतलब, when this R point at a distance h, will this chord will coincide with the, when this point R will coincide with P, will get the tangent at the point P, and slope of the tangent is called the right hand differentiability. And when same thing, when Q will coincide with the P and will get the tangent at the point P, will get the, and remember P and Q are the neighborhood point. Regarding the neighborhood point, I'll discuss after some time. And while doing continuity differentiability in my batch, everybody, we have discussed everything, and that application I'll show you again. So remember one thing everyone, that this PR chord will be PR tangent. And remember, I have seen number of faculties, top faculties, they have discussed about this. There is no question of horizontal tangent and all others. Everybody, no question of horizontal tangent. Okay, only we need the tangent at the point P. And if the tangent is unique, this is the differentiable. This is a concept. This is a differentiable. But for differentiability, being continuous is the first criteria. Otherwise, no chance of differentiability here. Okay, so let's come back to the point. In this case, it has been given, this is the question is given, and remember the option, which option is true? Which option is true? So in this case, the function fx is not differentiable at x equal to 0. So in this case, everybody, let's see one thing. We could get the differentiability by limit x tend to 0, fx minus f0 by x minus 0. But we should not proceed on this. What is the reason behind it? Since only x equal to 0 is the problem area. Okay, that just see one thing, after 0 and before 0, there is not a problem. At 0 is the only the turning point, and after 0 the function is totally continuous and differentiable, and before 0 function is continuous and totally differentiable. The problem is with at x equal to 0, what is going on, हम लोग एक बार देख लेना चाहिए, ठीक है ना? Just see this. So instead of doing this, whenever there is some problem with respect to the differentiability, so we should check the right hand differentiability and left hand differentiability. For right hand differentiability, everyone, limit x tend to, this is x, here limit should be there, limit h tend to 0. So according to the concept of the differentiability, so f of 0 plus h minus f0 by h, and this is 2 is getting cancelled, 2 is getting cancelled, and if we just see if h is 2 minus 2h, okay, minus 2h, if we take the common, minus 2h minus what is coming, h sine 1 by h. So this is already 0, and sine 1 by h. Everyone, can you remember, we have drawn this not everyone can remember. In my batch, I'm telling you that we have drawn x square sine 1 by x, that it was continuously changing the process. So that concept is needed today. Okay, just see one thing, h sine 1 by h, sine 1 by h lying between -1 and +1, oscillatory, but due to h is very small, so this is coming 0. So this is 0. Similarly for the left hand differentiability, same thing, h ka jagah x ka jagah to minus x put karo, so we'll get the same thing, 0. It means, everyone, the function is differentiable at x equal to 0. Left hand differentiability equal to right hand differentiability, and the function is differentiable at x equal to, function is differentiable at x equal to 0. So these are wrong. It is given function is not differentiable, so this is the wrong option. Okay, now I am going to the second and third is the controversial place, because everybody created the controversy. It is actually not the controversial, and I am going to the last option. X equal to 0 is the point of local mean. So let us think about the maxima and minima. What is the concept of maxima? Maxima means with respect to the point a function is going from, what is about the maximum minimum? A function is at that point, the point at which we are discussing about what is the general concept of maximum minimum? The point at which we are discussing at x equal to 0 here, that function is increasing then decreasing. Otherwise, there is no such requirement. In its neighborhood point, the function having the maximum value at that point. This is the concept of maximum. Okay, so let's see maximum minimum. In this case, if we see this maximum minimum, x equal to 0 is the point. When x equal to 0, the height is the value of the function is 2. I am just changing this. I am just cancelling this portion, and I am explaining this properly. So just see everybody. At x equal to 0, this is 2. At x equal to 0, this is 2, and x tend to 0, x is greater than 0 or less than 0. About this, let us discuss. Let us discuss about this. Just see one thing. If x is 2x square minus 2 minus 2x square minus x square sine 1 by x. So f of 0 plus or f of 0 minus, let us see this. So 2 minus x square, 2 minus x square, if we take this 2 plus sine 1 by x, okay, or f of 0 minus, whatever I am telling you, x tend to 0 plus, I am checking the right and left hand limit. Okay, if you see this sine 1 by x lying between -1 and +1, okay, so 2 plus, just this thing, -1 to +1. So 2 plus -1 to +1, it means 2 minus 1, 1 to 3, multiplied by x square. X can be positive or negative, it does not matter because it is a whole square, and however small it is, but it is some positive quantity. Okay, this value is not so much important for your understanding purpose. I am telling you, it is not so important. It is always a positive quantity, but x is very small, x is 0 plus or 0 minus neighborhood point. I am coming after some time. What is about the concept of 0 plus and 0 minus? This also I have discussed in my batch. So in this case, for 0 plus or 0 minus, whatever, it is very small, but some positive quantity. So this is coming 2 minus some positive quantity, however small it is. This is lesser than 2. Okay, this is lesser than 2. It means what? That at x equal to 2, function having the greatest height than its very neighborhood points. Okay, therefore let's come back to the previous. So here it is 2, and in its neighborhood, it is in its neighborhood, the whatever may be the curve, whatever may be the graph, in its neighborhood the height is lesser than 2. इसका मतलब x equal to 0, at x equal to 0, it has the maximum height. So remember one thing, for maximum minima, continuity differentiability is not important. Okay, so we have to see whether the function having the maximum height for maxima or function having the minimum height than its neighborhood point. That is the question, and absolutely it is getting satisfied. So at x equal to 2, the function is maximum. Therefore, what it has been given, x equal to 0 is a point of the local minima. It's a wrong answer. It's a wrong answer. Okay. Now the reason there is a problem is the option B and C. But everybody remember one thing: it needs a profound knowledge only. It's not any controversial question. Okay. So let's see this. For B, it has been given there is a positive real number delta such that fx is the decreasing function on the interval 0 to delta. Okay. So let's think. For increasing, decreasing, okay, we have seen this. In its neighborhood point, function is decreasing. Okay, that we have seen. But for increasing, decreasing, you have to show the differentiability. F dash x should be less than 0 for decreasing function. So, is it getting satisfied? Let's see. The question with this question only. This is the question of problem. Okay. So, let's see this. Let's discuss this. So fx equal to 2 minus 2x square minus x square sine 1 by x. Fx equal to 2 minus 2x square minus x square sine 1 by x. So remember one thing. Let's make the differentiation of this curve. So f dash x if we can differentiate, the thing will be totally clear. So f dash x took a derivative 0, that is minus 4x minus, if we take x square, 2x sine 1 by x plus cos 1 by x, because UV formula, and if we differentiate this thing, the x square sine 1 by x constant to x square derivative 2x, and like this. Okay. Now we'll see its differentiation. Now let's come back to the question, exactly what is needed. There is a positive real number delta. So everybody, positive real number delta ka matlab delta is defined. Okay. So now we'll come to the actual point for which this sum is given, such that fx is a decreasing function. So fx is a decreasing function, iska matlab we have to prove that f dash x is less than 0. F dash x is less than 0. Just see. Now here there is some controversy. Actually, it is not the controversial question. Whatever I am telling you continuously, it's a matter of knowledge. Now just see one thing. So x tend to 0 plus, at x tend to 0 plus, okay, at x tend to 0 plus, this is 0, this is 0, and the problem is with cos 1 by x. Cos 1 by x is a fluctuating line between minus 1 and plus 1. Minus 1 and plus 1. By this way, I am telling you what is the interval and what do you mean by 0 plus everything. Let's explain. So remember one thing, interval means totally 0 to delta, iska matlab delta is totally defined. Remember one thing everyone, x tend to 0 plus. What is the point 0 plus? What is the point 0 minus? What is the neighborhood of the point? Everyone, this is a symbol, it does not exist. According to the Newton, this is the pre-assigned positive quantity. 0 plus ka matlab pre-assigned positive quantity, whatever you think which is less than that, nearer to the value of 0. So kisko tum bologe 0 plus? Suppose I am taking 0.01, somebody is taking 0.00001. Okay, so jitna 0 add karoge, that is more nearer to the 0. This is the concept everybody. So it does not exist. 0 plus, it's a point, neighborhood point does not exist. That you have to think that it is nearer to the value of 0. This is the one case. Second case is that between 0 to delta, so delta is should properly define. I am telling you one thing. Suppose cos 1 by x. Okay, I am explaining here. Cos 1 by x, this is the problemous area, and it lying between minus 1 and plus 1. If I take, suppose x equal to, somebody is saying suppose x equal to 0.01. Okay, so, and x इक्वल टू 0.01, सो cos 1 by x क्या होगा 1 by 0.01, so इसका मतलब cos 100. Cos 100, understand one very important concept. This is cos 100, okay, cos 100, and somebody is telling x equal to 0.001, so this is coming 1 by x hoga cos 1000. So cos is periodic function between 0 to 2 pi, okay. So 2 pi का मतलब 6 point something. So between 100 and 1000, how many period will be there, how many fluctuation of the cos? Because we know that here the function is decreasing, 0 to pi cos is decreasing, and pi to 2 pi cos is increasing. So how many 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi? Okay, how many, and just I am showing you the curve of cos 1 by x. So it is nearer to the value of 0, more and more we are coming to the value of 0. Suppose x equal to 0.0001, so difference, it will be continuously fluctuating, continuously up and down, and it will make their cycle क्या मतलब, it means 0 to 2 pi continuously, so much 0 to 2 pi, once it is coming up, once it is coming down. So it is not possible to decide where cos is the increasing and where cos is the decreasing nearer to the value of 0. So everybody, there is no chance that we can decide any interval delta. Interval का मतलब, once again I am telling you, interval delta का क्या मतलब, delta का मतलब delta should be properly 0 to delta, इसका मतलब delta should be properly finite, interval should be properly finite, but where is that? कितना भी तुम छोटा value लो, within that there are lot of periods 0 to 2 pi, lot of causes, once up, once down, one up, one down. So it's about once increasing, one decreasing. So it is not possible to decide that in any interval the function is increasing or decreasing. Okay, one more thing I am explaining you, everyone. So this is the wrong. So why everybody is telling that also I am explaining. So everyone, fx is the decreasing in the function 0 to delta. Why somebody is telling that it is decreasing? Why somebody is telling that answer should be B? That also I am telling you. Their reason is that somebody's reason is that at this is 0, at 0 this is the 2, and in its neighborhood, so it is decreasing. Their reason is that in its neighborhood, 1 minute, I have to just cancel some part, it will be easier for us to understand. So I asked one of my students also, they also told the same thing, that in its neighborhood it is decreasing, it is proved. Why it is decreasing? In its neighborhood it has some lower value. Because if we see the limit, understand everybody, if we see the limit, why we have done? Yes, if we see the limit, we are seeing that in this case 2 minus x square into where I have done this 2 plus sine 1 by x. Okay, so nearer to the value of 0, this is lesser than 2. Just I have done previous sometime 2 minus some positive quantity. So x can be 0 plus, x can be 0 minus. It is just decreasing from 2. Okay, that is the reason that they are telling, somebody is telling nearer to the value of 0. Everybody understand one very important concept. They are telling, somebody is telling nearer to the one of my student also. I asked him, he told this thing, that nearer to the value of 0, this is both sides. It's a left hand or right hand. This is something the value is lower. Okay, by derivative we cannot see, but something is value lower. That is why they have answered the B. But remember one thing, everybody, there is no question of 0 here. No question of, there is a problem at x equal to 0. But already it has been given open interval 0 to delta. There is no question of 0. After 0 they are telling. They are telling after 0. So after 0 it is totally continuous and differentiable. Okay. So after 0 the function is totally continuous and differentiable. There is no question of x equal to 0 because a positive interval it has been given. So this is a positive real number. I am just showing you. This is a positive real number. It has been given. So in this interval 0 to delta after 0. So यहाँ पे तो 0 इंक्लूड करने का कोई चांस ही नहीं है. And whatever may be the value, that is what I told you, that x equal to 0.1, 0.2, whatever, x equal to 0.01, as we are getting more and more nearer to the value of zeros. Okay, so there are so much fluctuation of the cost. Sometimes now it is increasing, after some time it is decreasing. There is a lot of cycle between here what I showed you 100 or more. What if I show you x equal to 0.1? It's a cos theta is cos 10. Okay, cos 10 and x equal to 0.01, cos is 100. 10 to 100, how many? 10 to 100 का मतलब cos theta 6 point something. So if I take it 6, so 6 90 difference. 90 difference means 6 almost 13 to 14 cycle. Once increasing, one decreasing. 13 to 14 cycle is there. Increasing, decreasing. So sometimes increasing, decreasing. So it is not possible to get any interval. Interval means, remember once again, interval means is the some value, but we cannot give some value. That is why there is no chance. Somebody is telling B, but there is no chance that answer will be B. There is no chance that answer is B. Okay. Now the question, we are going to the C. For any positive real number delta, the function f is not increasing function on the interval 0 to minus delta. So इसका मतलब at this is 2, 0 to this is something, suppose delta. The function is not increasing. It can be increasing or decreasing, it doesn't matter. Function is increasing or decreasing, same concept. What delta will take? What delta will take nearer to the value of 0? Suppose 0.00001. So cos of 1 by x will be so much high. And in this region, 0 to that portion, there are so much cycle of the cost, so much period. So it is increasing or decreasing, does not matter. The function is not increasing because we cannot determine whether it is increasing or decreasing. Okay, so according to the question, C is the right answer. I think the point is clear for you. Okay, everybody. So there should not be any confusion. There is no ambiguity, but it needs deep knowledge on the factor. Okay, that is why so much everybody is telling, somebody is telling B, somebody is telling C, and we know that IIT confirmed that the answer should be C. Okay, everybody.